It's similar to the SBA EIDL program, but there's two differences. One, the money's coming directly from the state, and two, it's not as easy to find those grants. Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. I've got a great news update for you today. The new jobs report is out. It shows strong gains in jobs, plus a quick look at the economic outlook and gas prices. Some really big news there, and I'm going to give a quick recap of the grants that I talked about this week. There are $25K and $100K grants that are available to apply for now, and a sneak peek at next week where we are giving out $1,000 grants. Thanks for tuning in. Before you go enjoy the weekend, be sure to hit subscribe, turn on the alerts, and give this video a like. I'll first talk about the economic news and the jobs report. This just came out this morning. The U.S. added 372,000 jobs in June. This has extended the streak of strong labor market gains, which is a good sign because the economy has been slowing, but hiring is still at a fast pace. Here's a quote from Daniel Zhao, who's a senior economist at Glassdoor. Quote, "There may be fear that the economy is slowing, but the labor market is a point of strength. While this job market does require looking with a careful eye, it remains healthy and does not look like a labor market on the edge of recession." So very important. I know many of you as entrepreneurs and small business owners, as you've sought funding over the past few years to stabilize your business, one of your biggest concerns we've heard is hiring, finding talent, because it's been super competitive. I do think there's going to be some shift in the coming months. There have been hundreds of thousands of layoffs in the tech sector. We do expect that that's just the beginning of layoffs, but the main point here is that the jobs market overall still remains strong. Here's a look at the unemployment rate since April 2020 with a peak of nearly 15%. We are now down to 3.6%. That was the same the last couple months. Plus wages are up too. That's mainly due to employers trying to keep pace with the high inflation rate. So if we had to compare the labor market with the rest of the economy, the labor market is still holding strong despite the rest of the economy still hurting. Consumers are starting to pull back on spending, partly because of this inflation, which, as I've reported on in the past, is at a 4-decade high. With the jobs news today, stocks turn higher. They were up yesterday. All three major US indexes are on track to finish the week with gains. Here's how this week looks with the NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow. So despite this good news today, overall, looking at the macro picture, economists surveyed by the Wall Street Journal have dramatically raised the probability of a recession. We're continuing to watch that. By the way, gas prices have gone down for 24 straight days. The relief might only be temporary. Decline in gas prices stem from lower demand at the pump and a drop in crude oil prices. However, according to a AAA spokesman, Andrew Gross, July is typically the heaviest month for demand as more Americans hit the road, so this trend of easing prices could be short-lived. By the way, I remember asking this 2 years ago in 2020, but did many of you hit the road for the 4th of July weekend? Do you have summer travel plans? Have your spending habits changed? Would love to hear some of your comments. I'll pull out some comments in the next video. So overall, not a bad end to the week. We're still concerned about the macroeconomic trends, and we just put up this poll a few minutes ago. 2022 is half over. How much funding are you looking for between now and December 31st? It's early on in the voting, but half of you are looking for between $10,000 and $100,000. If that's your goal, we can certainly help you get that through a combination of grants, loans, other financing. We want to make it happen. If you want one-on-one help, use the link in the description. To skip the line, you'll get priority access, a guaranteed spot. Again, if you use that link today in the description, we can get you talking with one of our team members ASAP. That's right below, or go to helloskip.com/join. Next Wednesday, we're doing a YouTube live. We have our grants guru on, some of our other experts talking about funding, and we're giving out $1,000 grants. If you haven't entered yet, we do this every month. You can always go to helloskip.com/1K to be eligible for our Skip grants. It's part of our Skip for Good. We've been donating most of our YouTube revenue back to viewers of this channel. To end the week, I want to give a quick recap of the funding, specifically grants I talked about this week. Today is the last day to apply for a $25,000 grant opportunity. It's from the Dream Big Awards put on by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I did a video on it earlier this week. Go take a quick look there if you haven't seen it yet. Plus, yesterday I talked about the $100,000 grants from Airbnb that are now open. If you're creative or you know creative folks, they're giving out 100 $100,000 grants. That's a 10 million fund. You can watch that video above as well. And finally, a huge hit from a few weeks ago was the $10 billion from the federal government that is available for you. The state small business credit initiative, basically the feds are allocating money to all 50 states. It's similar to the SBA EIDL program, but there's two differences. One, the money's coming directly from the state, and two, it's not as easy to find those grants, so we would love to help you seize the opportunity there. You can use the second link in the description to enter your name and your state. We will keep you informed when your state gets funding, or if you want to be proactive, you can always book a time to talk with us and we'll keep you informed of that program, as well as help you apply now for other programs, grants, loans, and other financing. Say hello in the comments. Our team really loves hearing from you. I've got more great grants coming next week. I'll give some shout outs to some of the top comments, and we're doing a YouTube live on Wednesday, including giving out $1,000 grants. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.